Welcome back. It's another championship game here in the 2025 CBRC Lakemont Summer Basketball League, Game 2 of what we're covering here tonight. And
Yo, Studio, don't you ever spit on the court. Don't you ever do that again and you won't play. You understand?
okay, we've got
And on that note,
yeah, we've got that.
the rules are established. It really is pretty stupid. All right. Here we go, Dave.
And we are underway as BMZ Law wins the tap and have the ball in the backcourt with a basketball. That is Tage Schilling, and eventually they work it down inside, and a three-pointer then on the pass back out. It is a 3-0 lead.
And to hit the first shot from long distance, Dave, that's going to give them a lot of confidence.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Here's another three from between the circles, and that will not go.
That was almost a logo.
Yes, absolutely. Braden Haney unable to hit, and now BMZ down at the other end. Trying to get a pass inside. That was a well-thought-of play, but the execution just a little bit off.
A little bit off. May have actually been a stoved finger on that one.
No idea.
That pass came in with quite a bit of velocity, Dave.
Haney with the basketball. It's over on the right wing and then over onto the right sideline. Three-point attempt will not go for Laux, and here comes BMZ Law.
It's interesting always, Dave, to see the familiar names on the backs of jerseys. I've been out here for so many years. I see a Laux.
Yeah,
that's a familiar name.
Tip of the cap to Lytles for doing that.
Yeah. Settle.
Yeah. And these are always a little bit different because you're talking about screen printing here versus having to actually stitch letters onto jerseys. So we appreciate the effort and appreciate Lytles putting that extra touch on the uniforms for their players. Right now, that isn't doing much for them. They're trailing 3-0, but it's early. It is early. Lytles with the basketball. Dunio with a three-point attempt. It won't go.
He's going to need to find the range. They count on him for a lot of their scoring.
Here's a ball that is tipped into the corner. Three-point attempt will not go. That one taken by Jeremiah Crockett, and it's Lytles coming
Settle
back
came
the
down
other
with
way.
that rebound, and I think we could have slid a piece of paper under his leap for that one.
There's Settle for a three-pointer, and Josh can't get it to fall, but it stays at Lytles' end. Another shot taken won't go.
Hey.
Dunio almost was able to tap that away, but he had no teammate in the immediate area. Instead, it's BMZ Law with it. Headed toward the basket, shot put up, and it won't go. A lot of contact there, Jim.
A lot of contact, but they're going to let that play go most of the game. You're not going to see a lot of ticky-tack touch calls in a game like this, and that's the way it should be.
Tage Schilling at the line to shoot a pair here.
These are some of the most seasoned, I think is the polite way of saying it, officials in Blair County and the region. Would seasoned be a good word to use?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
I've always thought of Luke Rhodes as being seasoned. Just kidding, Luke. All right.
He just told me he does not get cable access, so he'll never know.
No, somebody will tell him.
Maybe,
Jim.
yeah.
That will get around.
Hey, Shannon really put you down. Oh, my goodness. How did that not go down?
Not fall through?
Whew.
That was a nice spin and nice shot up, and it was halfway down. Maybe not halfway, but a third of the way down the cylinder. Here comes Haney.
That's going to count.
The other end for Lytle puts the shot up, and that is going to count. And he's going to get the and one.
A chance to tie the game 4 minutes in. Some
Braden
raindrops
Haney
are starting to come, which is not great for basketball, nor is it good for a vehicle that you just took the roof off of coming over here.
Yeah. Trying to tie this one up. Braden Haney misses. And the rebound is pulled in by BMZ Law. With the ball down in the other end, it's Jeremiah Crockett. There's a ball that gets tipped away, but right into the hands of another BMZ player. Over in the right wing with the basketball. It is Tolson Schilling. Down the lane, shot put up by Crockett, won't go, and the rebound comes to Lytles.
Baskets are hard to come by in this one, Dave. It's going to be one of those games where every good basket is going to be crucial.
Haney with the basketball between the circles. Oh, nice no-look pass down in to the baseline, and they could not convert.
Nothing more Haney can do with an assist like that. He finds an open man, and they don't convert.
Lytles does maintain control, though. Trailing by 1 here, it is BMZ 3 and Lytles 2.
Oh, and that's going to
nice
count,
spin
too.
move on the line for the big guy, and he gets that one up and in.
We have our first, second lead change of the game.
Josh Settle makes it a 4-3 contest and now tries to make it 5-3 with a free throw. That's what you call knowing how to play the backboard.
Yep.
Nice job,
The
Josh.
banks are open here.
Not so much in that first game, but now seems like they are open. Must have found some tellers. BMZ Law with the basketball over in the right wing. Moving down toward the basket.
That's
Shots up. That's a good move there. Wow.
And a good use of the left hand. The offhand kept the defender away.
Tade Schilling as things get tied up at 5. 14-13 left to go in the first half. Dunio with the basketball, kicks it over. Haney's going to try a 3 and it won't go. Ball is loose. Haney's going to end up with it in his hands, and he goes over into the corner, down the baseline. No shot available. Thank you. We have had an assist as we were able to retrieve.
Oh, up and under.
Wow.
Nice body control.
Haney with a D on that, but could not stop BMZ's Daryl Lawson.
I'd like to recognize some of our CBRC Lakemont sponsors. Dave, we have a second with a change in the lineup out there. Central Blair Rec Commission and Lakemont Park, of course, Stuckey Automotive and Sideline Cancer and Proactive Sports, among others.
That shot bounces off the left side of the rim and won't fall, and Lytles ends up with the ball. Haney with the ball. Haney over into the right corner. They get it down inside. Haney was wide open, but he waited a little bit, didn't get the shot off, moved in, took one, still wouldn't go.
Well, Haney's 0 for 3 from long range so far, so he's hoping just to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to break the ice when it comes to that, especially when you are the kind of outside shot that Haney is. He has it now.
But shooters will keep shooting.
Yeah. Out of the corner.
They
Back
need him.
over. Haney wide open.
They really need him to make one.
And that one was a little short. He has to come up somewhere in between. His first one was long, that one was short. And BMZ says, well, you know, we'll just kind of play our game. Tade Schilling makes it an 11-5 game. And there's a nice play in on the baseline for Lytles.
Nice no-look pass from Haney. If he's not going to score, he's going to help a teammate. Finally, his teammate capitalizes on a pretty easy shot down low.
11-7 now, and ball goes out of bounds at the BMZ end, and a foul is called on John Katowski.
Other sponsors, just to complete the list, American Eagle Paper Mills, Altoona Mirror, Mike's Court, and Dino's Pizza, Greenwood location.
Nice save there at the mid-court stripe. Daryl Lawson getting stretched out there. Nice little hook pass. They move it around. With the ball, it's Crockett. Crockett steps up, takes a 3, it won't go, and a rebound for Lytles transfer as Chris Walter.
BMZ shows some patience when they first break across half court, and then they don't complete the patience. They're still taking long-range shots, low percentage shots on this court.
Haney kicks it over into the corner, comes back out.
No movement offensively. Everybody's standing around.
And stepping in from the left corner and taking the shot that will not go, that's Roman Dunio.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yes, thank you. That was one where you wanted to have your own whistle. Because you could have blown it.
Everybody was calling
you were right. Chris Walter inbounds to Braden Haney, and Haney over the midcourt stripe, starts down toward the basket, kicks it over into the corner to Dunio, to Walter, and back out. Haney for three, and it will not go. Dunio, nice save. Walter with the basketball in the left corner, down the baseline, stops, kicks it back out, but that was deflected, or at least touched a little bit. And it's BMZ with the basketball. Down at the other end, Jeremiah Crockett from the baseline tries to get some room to take a shot and draws a foul.
Haney is starting to feel the frustration. He gave it an OMG out loud after missing that last one.
And I do believe that foul was called on Haney that time. Down to the 10-minute mark halfway through here in the first half. Crockett puts that one up and in. One more for Jeremiah Crockett of BMZ. And that one's long, and eventually Haney ends up with the rebound.
Despite Lytle's poor shooting, to find themselves only down 5.
Tell you the one thing you can tell, Haney has that court sense. He's in places on the court that he needs to be. Via rebounds, getting open for shots.
That's a good ball head fake.
One inside, Settle with a spin move from the left baseline. Can't get it to fall. Crockett back the other way. 9:15 left to go. Crockett with a little Euro step attempt that ends up in a charge being called.
And nice sportsmanship by Crockett there. Picking luck up after bulldozing him over.
That he did.
Crockett's big body.
Yes. I would not want to be tangling with him. And now it is Lytle's bringing it back the other way. Let's see if they can cut this lead down a little bit. 8:46 left to go. We're in the first half. Haney goes down inside. And a shot's put up, and it won't go for Kantoski. BMZ has it stolen. Braden Haney will go to the hole. Off the glass, too strong, gets his own rebound.
That could be the one that breaks the ice for Haney. Yes, it was just a bunny, but he's on the scoreboard, and there's going to be a timeout on the court.
Well, the big thing about that was he got his own rebound and put that back up and in. So a lot of good things happened for him on that.
You know what's amazing? I haven't been able to do the games for about a year or two, and to look over and see no dry family members at the scorers table. What is up with that?
They wanted a pay raise, and I wouldn't give them.
Oh, I bet you would.
All right. Now we got that out of the way. CBRC Lakemont sponsors for 2025 include Dino's Pizza, Greenwood location, Mike's Court, the Altoona Mirror, American Eagle Paper Mills, Proactive Sports, Sideline Cancer, Stuckey Automotive, Lakemont Park, and the Central Blair Rec Commission.
Dave, you know, you're involved in radio practically your whole adult life, and when you see this list of sponsors, we know that there are a lot of people who sponsor things not expecting to get customers through the door. It's just to support the community. That's what this is really all about.
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate these sponsors.
And I'll tell you what, one of the sponsors is Sideline Cancer. So you talk about a group of people that understand
absolutely.
That,
they're not about customers.
Yeah. So tip of the cap to them. And it's been fun to watch Sideline Cancer get close in the basketball tournament the last couple of years. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Just like the Cubs used to say.
Yeah.
The Pirates don't even say that anymore.
Jeez, they gave that up.
Yes,
25.
they did.
Well, when did Nutting buy the team? Anyway, moving on. 3-point attempt won't go, and it goes out of bounds.
I got you.
Daryl Lawson tried to get that one to go through. Anyway, producers are fun, except when they interrupt your flow. Timing is everything. We'll just put it that way. Dunio in the left corner, looks things over. Goes back out, and that is Kulik with the basketball. They work it down. Settle again. Nice.
The big man of the baby hook.
Settle just stood there in the line and made that hook shot, and now they're just 1 point away. BMZ up 12-11. They need one to fall here, and they can't get a break on that 3-point attempt at the rebound.
Nice body position inside by BMZ.
That's a great move by Schilling.
That's a man's rebound.
Yeah, it was.
Haney is not out there right now, so the average age of the players out there for Lytle significantly increases. But that's because Haney will be a senior at Claysburg this year.
I'll tell you what, I have read his name a lot over the last couple of years. He is a big-time
He is,
athlete.
and the facilities out of Claysburg are top shelf. They got a lot going on out there in Claysburg. Claysburg Kimmel, to be official, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that facility they have out there, Jim, is just outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
You got all those sports fields conglomerated into one area, and it's gorgeous out there.
He'll deflect a lot of praise for this, but Brian Helsel, superintendent, former athletic director out there, had a lot to do with improving those facilities out there.
Boy, and I'll tell you what a slog that was to get that completed. Spin move on the baseline, shots up and in. Tolson
we got a ball game now.
Suddenly has 6. Vitals works it down inside. Kantoski to the hole, off the glass and in. That's a nice shot by John Kantoski. 16-13. BMC got the lead early on, fighting back. Lytles at the moment. Boy, there's a nice move. Jeremiah Crockett weaving his way through the defense and gets one to fall. It is now 18-13. And the timeout is called by Lytles. Lytles transfer. What were they, the movers of distinction? I'm trying to remember, in my youth. Okay.
Movers of distinction.
Yeah, because they had a jingle. Lytles had a jingle. Lytles, the movers of distinction.
That's good memory.
Why I remember that, I have no idea. But
movers in this community have been around a long time. Lytles, Dingus. Boy,
yes.
Just
yep. E.L.
E.L. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's Lytles.
We have to get them to be a sponsor next year now that we've mentioned them.
Yeah, good idea. Speaking of sponsors. We'll split this one.
All right, you go first.
50-40. It's Central Blair Rec Commission, one of the sponsors of the coverage here. Lakemont Park, Stuckey Automotive, Sideline Cancer, Proactive Sports, and
American Eagle Paper Mills, Altoona Mirror, Mike's Court, and the Greenwood location of Dino's Pizza.
Can't keep Haney off the floor very long. He's back out there after that.
He wants it too.
Kantoski.
He's set up
to Haney. Haney, and it will not fall. And another big rebound. I'll tell you what, Schilling has really looked good here. Starting about the 14-minute mark into now.
And shots are going to get a little more difficult with the breeze kicking up.
18-13, BMZ with the lead. Haney slows up there at the half-court mark and kicks it to Kantoski between the circles. Haney over in the sideline, looks things over.
Folks got to move.
Pass inside to settle. Ends up putting it up out of the corner.
As soon as the ball goes into Haney's hands, everybody stops moving. They figure he's going to do something special, and they just can't seem to get him untracked.
That time, BMZ and Jeff Smithmeyer made his way toward the basket, and he ends up being called for the charge. And Lytles will get it right back. And there's Haney again with the basketball.
Coming down against a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, the thing that amazed me there was early on, Jim, how many open looks he had here from the left wing.
Well, and the way he's going, why would you defend him? Let him fire away until he proves he's going to make one.
Yep. That shot doesn't go. It's another big rebound in possession.
That's good staff
of BMZ
work, Skipper.
Law.
Little water.
Oh, what a shot from the baseline. That one goes up and in, and a big one there for Cade Schilling. As he continues
he's pretty fired up about that one, Dave.
Total.
Pretty fired up about that one.
Should be. He's looking good. Down the baseline, and a little bit of a hip check foul called on BMZ as the other Schilling gets called. Tolson Schilling. And that sends Alex Kulik to the line. That shot is up and good. Nice clean touch there.
What was your first exposure to Mansion Park Summer Basketball League, Dave?
really, I had watched a couple of games there, but to be actively involved here, Skip called me in. What's it been now? 4 years, Skip?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 4 years ago I started to do this part of it and enjoyed the heck out of it. As BMZ tries to work the ball down underneath, and they do draw a foul.
Back in the days of when Roger Weiland was still here,
Yeah.
and I was working weekends, we would come out and cover these games start to finish. They'd be the lead story.
Yeah. No, I remember that. And, the other interesting part, too,
Of course,
was,
you had NBA players playing back then, too.
Yeah. And the other thing, you had some pretty good female action going on at that time, too.
Yep.
And a three-point attempt won't go for Josh Settle. It's BMZ with a rebound. Down into their end. And that's going to be, that was a guaranteed charge that was going to get called.
Credit to Joey DeRubis for the hustle on that loose ball before that foul for BMZ.
Minute 56 left to go, and substitution coming in here. And we got everybody set now for both teams. And, okay, you can start the clock. See what happens. Alex Kulik. And he passes over. Dunio with the basketball now at the midcourt circle. Minute 35 left to go. Kantoski takes a three from the left wing and won't go. What an effort for the rebound, but it ends up in the hands of BMZ. Schilling down to the basket. Makes a little room underneath there. And it's going to be a foul called on Lytles.
Somebody going to go to the line on that one? DeRubis, I guess? Number 7? Or are they
no,
inbounding?
I think
they're
doing
inbounding.
an out of bounds here. So the foul called on Dunio. There's the inbound play. With it is Jeremiah Crockett. Plays catch out there. Ball goes over to Lawson, back to Crockett, into the corner. Fake move down the lane and down
Sweet touch.
Down the baseline.
High off
That's
that
a
glass,
nice
Dave.
Joey DeRubis with that one. And a minute left to go in the first half. 22-15, BMZ in the lead. Lytles with the basketball. Well, I'll tell you what, that's tough to try to penetrate there. That's some good defense. BMZ
There's a little beef in there, too.
Yeah. BMZ will crowd the lane really well. Back into the game for Lytles comes Chris Walter. I got to know Chris in an automobile accident. He was behind me, and a guy rear-ended him. So
now the big guy there has just got to go right to the hoop. No need putting it on the floor.
I'll tell you what. People can say what they want, and Josh isn't going to win the he's not going to give you a 40 time that's any good, but he is really good out there on the floor.
He is.
Josh is a performer. And he's a little disappointed there as that one, this is what he does. He does play the backboard on his foul shots.
Wisdom and experience. Sometimes they're the best teachers, unfortunately. He's had the experience to know that that is the way to put it in.
That time successful. Sometimes you just need to get that range, Jim.
Yeah. Timeout. Huh,
timeout by BMZ.
What is it, 22-16?
16, yeah. And 46.6 left to go here in the first half. But BMZ came out, got the lead early on. Lytles has been trying to work their way back into it.
They got to as close as 3.
Yeah. And really, 22-16 is not a bad one. Both teams are working hard here. And I think in the previous game, Sheets just got behind it there, and eventually it's tough when you got heat and humidity, although it's getting a lot more comfortable. We had a little bit of a breeze. We had a little bit of a spritz out of the clouds. It's definitely nicer now than it was when we started. What a play that is on the inbound. Moving down toward the baseline. Shots put up, it won't go, and Dunio has the rebound for Lytles. Final 35 of the first half, and it's going to be a timeout by Lytle.
Another timeout. Well, I guess if you can't take them home with you, you might as well use them.
Well, hey, you know, Lou Seidel and I always talk, and we say, hey, they won't redeem those for Frosties and Wendy's, so go ahead and use them. CBRC Lakemont.
Imagine if they could.
Yeah, that'd be sweet if they do a whole busload. All right. The sponsors of the coverage of the CBRC Lakemont tournament: Dino's Pizza, Greenwood location, Mike's Court, Altoona Mirror, American Eagle, Paper Mills, Proactive Sports, Sideline Cancer, Stuckey Automotive, Lakemont Park, and the Central Blair Rec Commission.
I would just like to add too, Dave, the fact that we haven't had any rain in the last 15 or 16 days means that this year's playoffs have been extra smooth for the people that have to set these schedules up.
Yes. Now, tomorrow may be a little bit of an obstacle course as far as dodging showers and thunderstorms tomorrow.
So you think Haney puts this one up?
Yeah, absolutely. Nope. It's going to pass into the corner. Three-pointer out of the corner won't go.
Oh,
and
Haney's down.
It's tipped around. Settle ends up with it. Spin move in the lane off the glass. Josh Settle. 22-18. And the clock runs out. That's the end of the first half. And you got to love Josh Settle. He just doesn't quit.
Haney's nursing a right knee over there. I don't know that that's what you want to see.
I'm sure his high school coach doesn't want to see that either. All right, it's halftime. The score is BMZ 22 and Lytle's transfer 18. Back with the second half in a bit. If you can hear in the background, the discussion has begun about weather issues that could raise their ugly head coming up tomorrow. But this evening, outside of the humidity, nice.
The basketball doesn't do well in the rain, but I know my lawn could use a sprinkler too.
Here we go, guys.
I browned up. It eventually was going to happen. You know, you get that dormant phase when, and I actually.
You know what you have in the backyard with two dogs? Nothing good.
Yeah. The spots. They used to be just spots in the yard, are now the whole yard. So.
You never know what you're going to get to hear about on these games, do you, Dave? Here we go.
All right, Kantoski inbounds, and we're underway in the second half. A 4-point lead for BMZ. Took the lead at the beginning of the game. They still have it. Dunio with the basketball. Spin move there in the three-point arc. Shot taken from the baseline by Kantoski, and he ends up getting bumped out of bounds. No foul on the play. BMZ has it.
And Crockett, who scored the first basket of the game, was silent the rest of the first half.
Ooh, down the baseline.
Oh, my goodness.
You talk about running into somebody that you are not going to move. That is exactly what happened there to BMC's Tage Schilling. But he stuck with him, made the points.
He did. It was off balance.
Yeah. When you hear the phrase like hitting a brick wall, that's kind of what it looks like. Kantoski to Dunio, back out to Kantoski in the lane, puts a shot up, but he's fouled in the process, and it does not fall. That'll send Kantoski to the line to shoot a couple. And it looks like the foul is called on Schilling.
Well, that's good to see that Haney's back out there, and it may have been an abrasion. He's got a little bit of a boo-boo on that right knee. Once again, points are becoming hard to come by here in the start of the second half.
Yeah, we'll see. That may pick up.
Yep.
Kantoski will have a second here. And he swirls that one down. So Kantoski hits that. And it's 24-19, a 5-point game. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to Lytle's. Little ball retrieval from an adjacent court so we can keep playing.
The next game with the two teams participating, getting warmed up for that one.
Yes. There's a three-point shot, and it just rims out. Nice rebound underneath by Tage Schilling, and he is eventually fouled.
Good hustle by Schilling. He's strong in there, and he's going up against some folks that are bigger than him.
Yeah.
But he's willing to take the contact.
BMZ with the basketball. Here's a three-point attempt from the left wing. It won't go, and the rebound is pulled in by Josh Settle. Settle gets it ahead to Dunio and then ahead. Katowski with the ball. Kantowski to the hole, puts it up and won't go. Ball is tipped around, goes out of bounds. Trying to pursue that was Darrell Lawson, and it goes off of Darrell, and it will be Lytle's ball.
Lytle has decided to take a different strategy and go a little deeper into that 2-3 zone of BMZ until Haney decides to throw one up from beyond the arc.
Dunio goes in, tries to get the rebound, does a nice job as he bounces it off BMZ's Tage Schilling. So Lytles keeps it. Haney to inbound. Kantowski back to Haney, down the baseline, up and in. Braden Haney.
Nice give and go on the inbounds pass there.
24-21. And heading down the lane and drawing the foul for BMZ, that's Darrell Lawson. And
that's one of those fouls that it's an obvious contact foul, but in these games you don't always see that call made. But with a running clock,
yeah,
it's to BMZ's benefit every time one of those calls is made.
Yep, the ball's not moving and the clock is. So when you got the lead, you'll take all of those that you can get. All right, it's Lytle's ball.
Chance to tie here.
Braden Haney will bring it up.
Haney wants Lick to go to the top of the key. Haney
working that baseline on the right side again. Kick it over into the corner. A pass back toward Haney, and that is taken away. Nice steal by Lawson. Lawson continues down to the basket. Spin move, and the layup was put up, and it did not foul. Or it did not foul. It did not go. There was a foul. So Lawson will try to get that lead lengthened out a little bit here, Jim.
Seemed to be some question from Lytles about whether or not that was a good call. The officials here will keep things in check pretty tight. They're not going to take much lip.
Over officious. They're just, you're outside here and
don't take it too serious. Have a good time. There you go.
There's a nice conversion by Lawson. Darrell now with 3 as I have it in the game, and it's a 25-21 BMZ lead. 14 and a half left to go. We're in the second half. Kantowski to the hole, stops, makes a little room for himself, and he just pops that one right in. That's a nice play by John Kantowski.
Right back at you.
Jeremiah Crockett.
Is that Crockett's second basket of the game? His first since early?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's okay, though. He draws a lot of attention out there. That would have been sweet. I'm sure Josh Settle would have been real happy if that had gone, but it didn't. And it's BMZ ball. And Joey DeRubis making his way to the hole, and it ends up being tipped out of bounds by Lytle. So it's BMZ ball. And unfortunately, John Kantowski gets a little warning there. It's like you got to give him some room to get that ball in. That one's slapped out of bounds by Roman Dunio. And this time, BMZ gets it in. Crockett to the hole.
That was going to be a tough shot.
Yep, that floater is tough when you got momentum going in all kinds of different directions there. That's going to be Dunio for 3. Almost gets it. Rebounds pulled in by Joey DeRubis. DeRubis ahead. Lawson's going to take a 3 from the left wing, and it won't go. BMZ maintains possession. Tage Schilling goes all the way to the basket, and ball will be ruled out of bounds off of Lytles. It's a 4-point game with 12:37 left to go in the second half.
And when you think that BMZ is showing signs of expanding that lead, Lytle's keeps it right there.
Yeah.
So now BMZ comes up. It's a 6-point lead now, but they can't seem to separate themselves, and this could go down to the final few seconds.
Tracer Schilling putting up that last basket as Lytles gets ready to inbound. Kantoski will go to Haney. It's one of the cool things about that. You look at Kantoski and Haney, and you look at the seasoned guy being able to teach a young guy like Haney some tricks of the trade.
Yeah, yep.
BMZ down the floor. And nice bank shot. The bank is open.
Turnover.
Tolson
turns
Schilling.
Into points.
31-23. It's an 8-point game now.
Their biggest lead of the game, too.
Kantoski tries a three. It's short. Haney with the rebound. Step back three. And that won't go. And a rebound by BMZ. Quickly trying to get it up the floor was Tolson Schilling, but he was fouled on the way up. So the foul called on Kantoski. 31-23, 11-10 left to go in the game.
And I think you could probably hear the strategy from Schilling is we're up 8, 11 minutes. Let's take our time.
With the basketball, Jeremiah Crockett. Crockett step back and then a run down the lane, wide open on the right wing with a three-point attempt that won't go for Darrell Lawson. Back the other way, Lytles ending up losing control, heading down the lane there was Alex Kulik, and ball went out of bounds, slapped out by BMZ.
Both teams, players showing a willingness to go to the court, hustle, fight for balls.
Yep, it's a good, legitimate game.
Oh my gosh!
Haney.
In and out for Haney.
Well, yeah, that was about halfway down the cylinder that time. Jeremiah Crockett tries a three and it won't go, but the rebound by BMZ and Tracer Schilling. Making a move toward the hole, the basket goes, and
wow.
It's going to be an
I thought that was going to go the other way, Dave.
Yeah.
Looked like he had
Schilling
position.
gets a call in his favor.
I'm looking for other officials sitting around seeing if they nod their heads, but they're going to protect their own.
No, yeah. That's a tight-knit organization, I'm telling you.
They are a brotherhood.
Yep. Schilling shot is long, but the rebound by Lawson trying to make his way through the sequoias and is not successful. Braden Haney with the basketball deep in the right wing. Haney's going to try another three. He's here.
Now he's feeling the range.
Braden Haney has shown up.
8 goes down to 5 in a hurry with 3-pointers.
Yes, it does. 33-26. Jeremiah Crockett almost lost control of that dribble there, but did get it back. Down the lane. And that one is up. And
acrobatic.
Good. Tage Schilling. 35-26. 8:50 left to go here in the second half. Haney went.
That would have been 3 in a row.
Yeah, went for his third in a row, but it did not fall for him that time. Wide open underneath. That's one that drives a coach nuts in high school there, Jim. When you get that pass in on the baseline, and, you know, obviously this is a lot different, but Tage Schilling chose to put the ball on the floor.
Right.
And it's like, just go to the basket.
Exactly.
You know, I know it drives me crazy, and I'm not a coach. So,
hey, timeout on the floor. How about if I do the sponsors?
Yes, sir.
2025 CBRC Lakemont sponsors for this year's championship games and playoffs always begin with Central Blair Recreation Commission, Lakemont Park, of course, Stuckey Automotive, Sideline Cancer, Proactive Sports, American Eagle Paper Mills, the Altoona Mirror, Mike's Court, and the Greenwood location of Dino's Pizza. And how about the Gnats this year?
Yeah.
Woof. All that rain we had in June, Gnats are overtaking us here in the broadcast booth.
It's been interesting and now when I go out to mow the lawn, you always keep the garage door open, right? You don't close it.
Sure.
You know. Well, I walked in the other night. I had a swarm of them inside the garage.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
All right, BMZ.
So, looks like we've got all the starters out there from the beginning of the game to finish up this last. Yeah, I think so.
8:27 left to go in the game, and Schilling's first shot is up and short. Tate Schilling, the leading scorer for BMZ. Substitution coming back in for BMZ.
To Lytle's benefit, the clock was stopped for quite a while.
Yeah. Oh, Skip Dry, the keeper of time. And we're talking about the whole world. He's the timekeeper for the world. He made sure that clock got started.
The keeper of time.
Jeremiah Crockett from the midcourt circle. Nice stop and a nice pass, but it gets tipped away. Lytle's with a chance to get some points, and they have to slow down. However, a pullback jumper for three will not go. Rebound is pulled in by Tracer Schilling.
Now with a chance to get their biggest lead of the game. They're currently up 8 with a chance to make it 10.
Crockett has some colorful sneakers. We've got to give him that.
That's good. No.
Baseline shot won't go, and the rebound by Josh Settle.
Kantowski's been quiet for a while.
Yeah, he has. I think that John is actually, the weather conditions are starting to get to him a bit. He's going to take a trip to the hole, does not take the shot. It ends up a pass to Haney, and Haney tries for the bunny down inside from the left side. Doesn't go, but he is fouled on the play.
And this will take some precious seconds off the clock.
Crockett got rung up for that one. It's a 10-point game, and Haney's first shot is up and in. Yeah, he went from having a little bit of trouble finding the range of getting anything to fall to hitting back-to-back threes, and I thought, boy, here he comes now, because Haney's just that kind of player.
He is in double figures, though, right?
Yeah. Jeremiah Crockett with the basketball, midcourt circle, starts down the right side of the lane. Floater won't go, and the rebound is pulled in nicely by
Derubis.
Joey Derubis.
He's very active out there.
Yeah, he is.
Always moving.
Here's a three-point attempt out of the corner, and that leads to a Braden Haney rebound. Haney, no-look pass in toward the baseline. It gets away, but Lytle still has it. Dunio puts one up hard off the backboard, and it ends up in the hands of BMZ's Schilling, and taking it the other way. It is Tolson Schilling. Now in double figures for BMZ.
There comes a point in these games, Dave, where, well, unless you make a shot like that, when you start throwing up threes because you're getting desperate, a close game, even 10 points can turn into 20 in a hurry.
They have it down to 8. It's 38-30 with 5:25 left to go in the game. And a timeout is called by BMZ. Good timeout. CBRC Lakemont sponsors to bring you this telecast include Dino's Pizza Greenwood location, Mike's Court, Altoona Mirror, American Eagle Paper Mills, Proactive Sports, Sideline Cancer, Stuckey Automotive, Lakemont Park, and the Central Blair Rec Commission.
You ready for football season?
What's that?
Ready for football season?
Yeah, getting there.
Yeah?
Getting there.
Couple weeks.
Scrimmages
are this Friday,
coming
right?
at us like at 100 miles an hour.
Scrimmages this Friday, I think?
First
one?
Next Friday, yeah, the 22nd.
Okay.
Things gear up, and so we have 5 different teams we're covering at the station that I work at. So I'm not going to give a free plug out because I'm working for somebody else at the moment, but we do have 5 local teams that we are covering.
Yes,
so going to be quite busy at the old radio ranch on a Friday night. But yeah, looking forward to that. And I'd like to be able to go out to Claysburg to watch a game just to see that facility. I have seen it, on some of the replay videos that you can get. But I haven't seen it in person.
I remember the days when Claysburg used to have to play their games on Saturdays at Northern Bedford.
Yeah.
Didn't have a field.
Hollidaysburg, I'll tell you what, Homer Delatry came to the rescue for them too during that construction phase. Here goes Schilling toward the basket. And there was a lot of poking, prodding, and a whistle.
And we're into the
bonus
opportunity.
Substitutions on both sides here. And headed to the line, it is Tolson Schilling. I have Tolson in double digits now, and he'll try to add to that. First shot is up. Nice.
Who do you like as an MVP in this game? You got some thoughts?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Between he and Tage, that's been quite the duo.
Yeah. It's been that way all season for them, I think.
Guess we could say there were a few pretty good one-on-ones in the driveway at the Schilling.
Yeah.
Lytle's with the ball, down by 10, down in on the baseline, spin move, Kantoski makes his way to the basket, puts it up, it will not fall, and the rebound is pulled in by Tolson Schilling, an immediate whistle by Luke Rhodes down on the baseline for the foul.
And these one-and-ones can really make the difference in a final score.
Yeah.
As that clock continues to roll, and now as Lytle's is sending BMZ to the line again. We're going to be under 3 minutes left with a 10-point deficit by the time this ball gets back into play. It's all part of the strategy.
What's that?
It's all part of the strategy in a running clock, you know?
Yeah. And Schilling hits that one. Can't have one Schilling without the other. Because, oh my goodness, that's about what, the fourth time we've seen that in this game.
And good hustle.
That ball swirled down into the cylinder and right back out.
Daryl Lawson, good hustle to get position as they come up with a jump ball and they have possession.
BMZ has it, down to 2:28 left to go. The other Schilling, Tage, with the ball. Daryl Lawson. Lawson gets forced out near midcourt and loses control of the ball. Kulik will go down to the other end. And
wow,
Daryl Lawson with a little bit of an answer there.
The crowd shows its appreciation, and they know.
Trash talk down there, too. Haney and Lawson going at it with the trash talk. Another beautiful spin move, shot made, Josh Settle. I have that as his first points.
Yeah, Lytles is going to have to bring some more pressure defensively, which doesn't work in their favor because it could lead to fouls and just more one-and-ones. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Tage Schilling down the right baseline, and that one is kicked out of bounds. I do believe that was Mr. Walter that hit that one out of bounds. It'll be an inbound play for BMZ with the clock at 1:40, and of course the clock's stopping as we're under 2. And there's a double team that's going to send Jeremiah Crockett to the line.
Now they do stop the clock under 2 minutes. And BMZ is going to clear their bench here a little bit. First time into the game, I believe, there for that young man.
Yes, it is. And as soon as we get to see the number, Crockett's shot is long, and that'll be Lytle's ball.
It's going to be a three-point barrage here.
BMZ's getting the big trophy for this one. 3-point attempt is up, and it's no good, and the rebound is pulled down by Tolson Schilling, and Schilling is fouled. Tolson's going to set up an address, permanent address there at the foul line. That was delivery sent there. You have to call the
number 9.
We'll have to call the Amazon guys, let them know that that's where he's taking all his packages now. That is Nick Schimminger, number 9, just into the game. Off the front of the rim. That's okay. It's okay, Tolson. You've had a night where that's all right. Doesn't matter that happened. Somebody else new into the game for BMZ Law as Noah Ruggery ends up in the game now. Schilling, second shot, short. Rebound is pulled in by Schimminger.
That should just about do it.
Lawson with the basketball. And looked like he slipped there, lost contact with the playing surface and went down, but there is a foul called on that as well. So Lawson will get to shoot a pair here. Minute 12 left in the game. That one's right in there. Nice shot by Lawson.
At this stage of a game, you hope that the team that's down recognizes there's no need to try and play fouls and stop the clock and all of that. Usually creates some
there's
uneasiness out on the court.
When it's over, it's over.
It's 11 minutes, or excuse me, 11 points with a minute left.
43-32, Haney for 3. Hits off the side of the rim, bounces high in the air. And
he just never got on track, did he?
Schimminger is fouled from behind as Chris Walter reaches in and commits that foul. We've gone under a minute left to go on the way to a BMZ championship trophy. Nick Schimminger at the line.
Enjoy doing the game with you, Dave.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll fit one more in here.
Yeah,
Jim.
Why don't we?
All right. I got the time.
I got the beer. We just showed our age on that one.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that brewery will be sending us endorsement money, won't they now?
If you got the time.
We got the beer. It tastes too good to hurry through, you know. Ball's battered around. A lot of people are touching it, and it is Lytle's with it. Smithmeyer, nice little spin move in the lane.
Smithmeyer's on the board.
Smithmeyer gets his name into the scorebook. 44-34. Here comes BMZ, and it's Joey DeRubis. DeRubis from the far sideline for us.
He should be able to just run this thing out and shake hands.
Kicks the ball into the corner, and a three-point attempt will not go, and it will be Lytle's with it as Dunio makes his way up the floor. Lax will put up a shot there, and that won't fall. Ball is tipped around underneath. There's a nice retrieval, but the pass out goes to Mason Ocker in the game. Mason gets over the midcourt stripe. 2 seconds left to go, and the final score is BMZ Law 44 and Lytle Transfer 34. 10-point victory, and it was one of those, Jim, from the beginning. I mean, there was a nice push there. They had it down to 3 a couple of times, did Lytle's Transfer. But it seemed like BMZ had an answer when they got that close.
They did, and we talked a number of times that Haney never really got on track. It's when they found some points out of him that they did make that push.
Yeah.
And then it was either a turnover or a foul or just some sloppy play from Lytle's that would allow BMZ to just keep that lead and build it. And they're going to take the big trophy home.
And sometimes that happens. You got a core group where you're relying on, and in this kind of weather, humidity in particular, because right now the temperature is not that bad. I just take a quick look at the old meteorological device here known as a phone and see what it tells me as far as the temperature goes. But it's really not anywhere near what it was earlier in the day. And quite comfortable as far as that goes. And it says here it's
77,
wait
78.
a minute. Yeah, I got 84.
Yeah.
So, but it seems a lot cooler.
Well, we're not running around. Maybe that's why.
That's right. That's right. All you have to do is take a look at these guys' jerseys and, their tees and whatever, and you know that it is. It's just assuming it was at one point had to do with humidity, but only. But there is a good bit of warmth out there as well.
Yep.
So anyway,
all right.
We'll
Take us
hang
home
out here, and we will bring you game number 3 of 3 here tonight at Lakemont Park. Once again, congratulations to BMZ Law, the winner of that championship by a final score of 44-34. Coming up, it'll be Red Shamrock and David J. Foreman, general contractor, coming up.